All right, here we go. Get ready to have a good time. This is exciting, isn't it?
All right, we're on. Hello, testing.
Welcome aboard the Dreamliner.
It's the only way to fly.
Look at me.
Podcaster.
Look at me.
Podcaster.
I'm the captain now.
Podcaster.
Gary.
Here's a young speaker who is really in demand.
Don't let that go to your head, Gary.
But wait, there's more.
That's what I'm talking about.
He's Gary Meier.
Hey, GarrForce! It's the Friday, March 11th, 2022 edition of the Garry Meier Show Cocktail Hour Live.
Cocktails. Woo! Drinks.
If all is going as planned, it's 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 Central, 4 Mountain, 3 Pacific, and so forth. But unlike most of the live editions of the show, I don't know that for sure. Producer Keith is actually at the controls today. I'll pop in if I can, but right now, I'm on assignment for MousePlanet.com over at the Media Day for the Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival. It's underway at the Walt Disney World Resort through the 5th of July. Disney character topiaries and seasonal plantings that change throughout the festival are spread across more than 300 acres. So as you can imagine, there's a lot to see, plus food and beverages, special merchandise, and live entertainment. Oh, and speaking of live entertainment, Magic Kingdom has finally restored some of the biggest elements we've been missing for nearly the past 2 years. Shows on the Cinderella Castle stage, and the Disney Festival of Fantasy Parade, featuring fire-breathing Maleficent. Meanwhile, back here on the show, thanks to those of you that heeded my magnetic calls last week to subscribe and share. It really does help the show. For those new to the show, Gary podcasts 5 days a week. All shows are available on GarryMeier.com, where you can sign up for the longer Tuesday and Thursday premium podcasts. On the website, you'll also find Gary's blog, merchandise, and even the Cocktail Hour live shows. While we're live streaming, comments are welcome on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. You can always text Gary at 773-888-2157. Regular charges apply. The GarrForce Live YouTube channel is the best place to stream all of our live shows and to catch up on those you may have missed. Please take a moment now to click subscribe on YouTube. It's free, and if you click the little bell icon next to the subscribe button, you can be notified when we're live. If you scan that QR code on the screen, it will take you there right now. Also be sure to like and share the show on all of your favorite social media channels. It really does help the show, and for those who've done that already, thanks. Don't forget, Daylight Saving Time begins at 2 a.m. on Sunday when it suddenly becomes 3 a.m. Of course, no matter where you are, it's time for a digital mimosa. Now, fasten your seatbelts, cocktails ahead. It's time to go wheels up on the GarrForce Live.
Welcome, and thank you, Alan. Alan is on assignment at Disney World, as he pointed out there, and I was watching some of those images that he sent to us, and it's funny how the 7 dwarfs have still stayed within the Disney fold and are not politically incorrect. This is a woman who hangs out with 7 dwarfs, and half the time they're under her dress, and somehow that's still in motion. But the Pirates of the Caribbean, they had to tone that down. If you ever went to the Pirates of the Caribbean at World or Land, they had these pirates and these wenches, and the pirates would chase the wenches around, and they had to tame that down after the hashtag Me Too movement. But the dwarfs and Snow White, still ticking. Hey, everybody, let's kick the tires and light the fires, because, damn it, we need this so much these days. And Keith, why don't we put the tires up, light those suckers up? There's nothing better than a good tire fire to keep you warm, because it burns for months. I just want to say that I'm happy to announce that Jenna Duddleston is the official bartender now of the GarrForce. She'll be joining us momentarily with the St. Patrick's Day drink that she's putting out for this. Is it Thursday that St. Patrick's Day is on? Yeah, I think it is. And this is the final cocktail show here before St. Patrick's Day. So we wanted Jenna to come on and share her drink with us that she put together for that specific day. And let's see, people are checking in. Cindy, my weekly brief respite from tax season. She, I believe, works on taxes, and she needs this break like a lot of us do. And also checking in, Keely-Ann was the first to check in. Keith, what did Keely-Ann say? I lose an hour of playtime with my schnauzer Saturday night. Yeah, that'll happen on this weekend every year. And I mentioned on my Facebook post, every time you hear daylight savings time, take a drink, and you're going to hear it a lot. And you're going to hear it a lot from people that should know, like news anchors. They say it almost as much as anybody on the street. They should know. Okay, David from Oak Lawn, Illinois. Hello. Brian, he said he was making a Manhattan and he spilled the first one, had to make another one, but he's got the Luxardo cherries ready to go. Brian, welcome. David from Venice, Florida. Tracy from Racine, Wisconsin. Amy from St. Louis, she said she's going to pull that seatbelt a little tight in case it gets bumpy. And we are in bumpy times, that's for sure. Martin from British Columbia. Stephen from Palos Heights, Illinois. Deborah's checked in. Now we go to the screen door. Larry says, are we putting savings in the bank for daylight saving time this weekend? So next Friday, you'll be an hour earlier, kind of. All right, D from Aurora, Illinois. And Donna and Doug says, pop the cherry. Glad to. I got my Luxardo cherry. That's my reward at the end of the show. I take the cherry, and that's the final moment of the cocktail show when I put that cherry down. It's all good. Okay, all schnauzers are welcome, and here's Leslie to tell us what size schnauzers there are. Hello, Leslie.
Hello, everybody. That would be teacup, toy, miniature, standard, and giant. And a giant schnauzer was the AKC Dog of the Year this year.
Yes, that's how
Nice
important a
big black
schnauzer
one.
is. Big black schnauzer. Ooh,
Ooh.
baby. Okay.
So we almost had a problem on the show today
What happened?
because I was gonna open up this bottle of wine,
Mm-hmm.
and then I saw a word that caught my eye, and it's de-alcoholized.
Isn't that why Putin is attacking Ukraine? He wants to de-alcoholize it. Oh no, he's denazifying it.
Denazifying it.
Yes, because Hitler, what he did is he would take over countries and kill people and burn things, and you want to get rid of that, and that's what Putin is doing. Okay, got it. So your husband bought that by mistake.
By mistake. So we are, as of today, de-alcoholizing alcohol from Russia, according to the president. So get your vodka from your favorite Polish place or some Romanian vodka or stuff that you make at home in the still, because you can't get the Russian stuff for a while.
Okay.
But we do. So my sweetheart ran out to the store and got me a freshie so that we could pop the top on it.
All right, that's the condom.
Alcoholized.
Here it
bottle
comes.
of
Here
wine.
it comes. Here it comes. Oh, there it goes. Yo.
That was good.
And Leslie will be giving away one of those condoms at the end of the program, and she's also going to give away something from her fun bag. What?
Not my fun bags. From the GarrForce grab bag. Oh, fun. It's something new, kids.
There it is. You're going to reach in there, and whatever you pull out of there goes with the condom to the winner.
And I picked these things out myself, and I hope you guys enjoy.
Okay. And do you see in the comment section, Scott checked in with the first fuck Putin of the
there
evening.
You go.
Oh, my God. It's like the pandemic. Thank you, Scott. It's like the pandemic is 10 years ago. We're not even talking about that anymore. It just went completely off the map because of this.
You know, and I don't claim to know everything there is to know about international relations, because I gather this isn't as cut and dry as a lot of people want it to be. But I think fuck Putin is pretty basic, and
I think
dude,
even not being learned.
You're the one who can stop this right now.
Yes, and not knowing geopolitics, I can just see, and this is basically what my blog is at GarryMeier.com in the Out of My Mind section. I think I can see where this guy has a small penis and he doesn't have enough land, even though Russia is huge. And so one day he wakes up, I need to go and kill some people and take over their land. And that's what this is. That's all it is. It's some madman who really needs a penis extender.
Here in the U.S., we kind of usher our presidents out and we say, you know what, we're going to memorialize you with a really bitchin' library,
Yeah,
one way or the, or a statue. There will be
right.
something. There will be a building at a university. Putin needs something like that. No, he's like, you know what I need?
Yeah,
I need Ukraine and maybe Georgia and
yeah,
Moldova. And
yeah.
yeah.
And it's all this now.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
why we drink. We started these live cocktail shows a year and a half ago because of COVID. And we were
Right.
feeling like we needed an outlet at the end of the week to get rid of some of that. And boy, little did we know that we're really going to need it with not only Ukraine's invasion, the gas prices, and everything else that's going on. Where I think, and I saw this story where there was a poll taken this week, and 87% of Americans are stressed. And during COVID, it was around 60. 87% is in the scope of this poll that's taken, I guess, periodically, is off the charts. 87%. And I know it's not a duh. We're not surprised to hear that. It's just that we're not alone. Everybody, I think, is at the point where you're just trying to maintain.
And I think that's where, like you said, overnight, we're just not talking about COVID anymore because we just don't have the ability to cope with that on top of everything else. For God's sake, we can only deal with what, like maybe 4 or 5 really horrible situations at a time.
Yeah, right. 4 or 5. That's my
So,
max. I
so
was
yeah,
with,
we're
I
kind
thought
of maxed
1.
out.
I'm with the 1 group. I think 1 is good enough. 4 or 5, forget about it. I was talking to my friend Brian right before the show, and he said he just heard that there's maybe some other virus brewing in China. And I said, bring it. Unless people start dropping dead in the streets, I don't think anybody's got the energy to do anything about a virus at this point. We've done our 2 years. Thank you. And we need a breather. And we're heading right into maybe World War III. That's our light at the end of the tunnel. It's the flash of a bomb. That's the light. No. That's not what I want. There she is. Is that your second glass?
It kind of is. I did a taster just to make sure that it was, good for
Okay.
broadcast
There you
purposes.
go.
But
There you
yeah,
go.
it's
Cheers. Gregory says, from COVID masks to gas masks. Drink up, kids.
come
Oh,
on, man.
my-
So how's the bunker coming? Have you dug out
Yeah.
your bunker yet, Gary?
Yeah, really.
Is it
This
completed?
reminds me, and you're too young to remember this, Leslie. When I was a young boy, there was the Cuban Missile Crisis, and we were getting ready maybe to go to war with Russia then, because they were bringing missiles down to Cuba. They had Cuba under their wing, and President Kennedy was going to stop that one way or another. And I was so verklempt then when I'd hear that siren go off on the first Tuesday at 10 o'clock. I remember I'm walking to school or I don't know where I was, but that siren went off and it freaked the hell out of me. Because, oh my God, it's happening. This has been going on for decades. It's a wonder that we're all still within reach of sanity.
Somebody pointed out there was that Sting song from the 1980s, If the Russians Love Their Children Too. And it's back in hot rotation. And it's like, no,
What?
I didn't want that one to be back in.
I don't remember that song.
Uh,
Is it Police
it's
or
all about the
Sting?
nuclear war. It was the police. And it's a really horrible thing to do. And they're talking about nuclear war. Let's hope the Russians love their children too. And
No, great.
here we are
Okay.
again.
Yeah.
2022.
Sue says, ever since 9/11, things have been nuts. 9/11 seems tepid compared to this. Now we're 20 years past, and it's tragedy plus time, and things, after you go for a number of years after a big catastrophe, you kind of forget or you push it aside. And I just don't remember, and maybe I'm forgetting or I don't want to remember, but it seems like within a few weeks after 9/11, we just started to all gently, gingerly get out and about.
We had a belly full of anger going, which helped, I think. So we could focus our anger at Osama bin Laden and the hijackers, and there was a cleanup effort underway. So there was kind of like a progress. There was a process that we were going through, and these days it's like a zombie apocalypse. You don't
Yes,
know where they're
I
coming
know.
from.
And there was that lingering threat they might still attack, and we're going to go to these color codes to tell you how dangerous it is, and that got kind of silly. But we got back into some kind of rhythm. Now, it didn't get back to the rhythm before 9/11 for about, I remember, 6, 7, 8 weeks before people started to go back to the restaurants and everything and go out in public more. But
And
nothing
book
shut down.
vacations and stuff. Yeah.
Nothing shut down for more than a few days,
Right.
where this pandemic, that was a shutdown for months. And we come out of that, and
Yeah.
we're now seeing all these images from Ukraine. And really? This is going on now? Okay, that's enough of that. I think we should bring Jenna on to start massaging us in whatever way she can, and that would be through alcohol.
And she knows how, because she's a professional.
I think we all need a drink after that.
Really?
I think I need a drink after that. It made me realize, Garry, I'm like, I'm not even 30 yet. And I've gone through how much already?
Yes, that's what my
Like-
daughter said. She's 25. I've already experienced 9/11, the recession, whatever that
Yeah.
matters, and all this, the pandemic and this, and I'm only 25.
I had just talked to someone about this, and it was right when everything was getting ready to happen with the Russia and Ukraine, and they were like, "So war?" And the girl was like, "You would think like we should be more shocked, but like after the last 2 years, like I'm just not." Which is a terrible thing to say. It's a really terrible thing to say, but I was like, I'm kind of with you.
Well, how much can you take in? How much can you digest before you just spin out? You've got to keep this at bay as much as you can and bring a little in and stay away for a while so you can just keep your nervous system intact.
Exactly.
This is the perfect window for the aliens to come and make their landing, because we're just, what the hell?
Yeah, bring it.
I'd love to meet him. I'd love to meet him. I think it would be fun.
Yeah.
I'm not alone. There's David. All we need are some aliens.
And that Webb telescope is still going out and is going to start showing images of who knows what. Like, we need that right now. And this is how time began. Oh, great. I can really comprehend that.
So happy St. Patrick's Day, Jenna.
I know. Happy St. Patrick's Day. It is it's my favorite time of the year. Like, it's up there with Christmas. Like, I always say this is my first quarter Christmas.
Oh, okay. And your family bar, did I get this right, is in the heart of an Irish neighborhood in Chicago.
It is. So depending on who you ask from Bridgeport, you're either on the Italian side or on the Irish side. But the Southside Irish song goes from Bridgeport to Beverly. So I think we're good. Like, very Irish community based. I love it and very grateful to be from here and to have grown up in an area where like that sense of community meant so much. And because of that, yes, there is a lot of drinking during the festivities, but it's also a day to like be together with your family and your like family friends who have become family. It's beautiful.
And the bar, was it open the last two St. Patrick's Days?
It was open in 2020. We got accused for being ground zero, so that was fun. That was a lot of fun. A lot of people got COVID after that. We were opened in 2021, but it was by no means like what it has been. Like, normally it's elbow to elbow, in the place, which is kind of what like you love, but it was very spaced out and you could still tell that people were like very cautious. But I think this year, the parades are back, which is, what drives people to go out and celebrate all day long. So I think we'll have a really good St. Patrick's Day week starting Saturday, Sunday, and then all the way till Thursday.
A lot of big cities have their parade on, if St. Patrick's Day is not on a Saturday, they have it on the Saturday right before St. Patrick's Day. And that's what Chicago is doing, right?
Yes.
Okay. So tomorrow, the parade, and then your bar will be open. And where is the bar exactly for those people in the Chicago area?
So for people in the Chicago area, we are in Bridgeport, 3758 South Union. So just in the shadows of Comiskey Park. And that's a beautiful thing to say because baseball's back too. So that makes me even more excited with the lockout that was going on. But we're all good. So yeah, we'll be open pretty much all day tomorrow and all evening until 3, and you'll see me there behind the bar. So it'll be a long, beautiful night filled with a lot of good times and a lot of drinks because I think we all deserve it.
What's the name of the bar?
Shinnick's Pub.
Shinnick's. If you're in the Chicago area, go by and see Jenna. And St. Patrick's Day is tomorrow more crowded than actually on St. Patrick's Day because it's on a weekday.
It always depends. With St. Pat's being on a Thursday this year, I actually think we'll be pretty busy. I think people are just going to take off Friday because Friday is March Madness. So a lot of people are going to be taking off. But honestly, I think Saturday is more busy. So the week before or prior, whatever day the downtown parade falls is definitely the busiest day for us because the whole neighborhood goes out and celebrates.
Is there a mask mandate or do you have to show a vaccination card, something like that?
No.
What's that all about in your little business?
Just I don't really
I don't mean to stir.
No, I know.
I don't okay.
Come in, you'll be fine. Just if you're sick, don't come. I think that's fine.
There you go.
Yeah, if you're sick, don't come, guys. No offense. Just don't come. If you're sick, please don't show up.
If you're sick, don't come. Boom.
Yeah. Boom. Done.
Keith, bring Leslie back into the conversation because we're just hanging out at the bar on this show today, and that's what I need, and I think a lot of us do. Any questions
there are no
for
more
Jenna?
mask mandates anymore in Illinois,
Okay,
except in schools and government buildings. But otherwise, bars, it's up to the owner's discretion. And if you're sick, stay home.
If you're sick, stay home. But we're good. We're good, guys. Just come on in. We want to see you smiling, having a good time.
All right. So you have put together a special drink for St. Patrick's Day and this show. And do you mind that I'm calling you now the official bartender of the GarrForce?
I am honored to be the official bartender of the GarrForce show. I'm here for it. So I made this drink last year for St. Patrick's Day, and it was a huge hit. Everyone loves cold brew. I know I love cold brew. So this is the Irish cold brew, and we're going to make this straight into a mason jar. So if you had a mason jar and a lid, have that. You're going to need it. And you are going to need cold brew, Jameson, some Kahlua, and then my favorite thing of all, which is Bailey's. If you don't have Bailey's, go out and buy it. It just makes everything a little bit better, guys. It really does.
That's a small bottle. I thought, is that like
it is. Both of these are mini.
Pony size?
They're like pony-sized bottles.
There's a pony in here somewhere.
They're pony-sized bottles. Yeah, I prefer the little one just because I don't use the whole thing, and I don't want to be like as wasteful. So I know a lot of places now are starting to do minis, and I just love how tiny this little bottle of Jameson is.
Cutest.
It's the cutest thing on the planet.
So nice in your hand. It's so little.
It's so tiny.
I don't know why I
little
talk
hands.
like that.
We have tiny little hands, yes. So we're going to get started, and you're going to do a half an ounce of Kahlua. For those of you who don't know what Kahlua is, it is a rum coffee liqueur. So again, talk about waking you up on this day. If you're having like a little bit of a lull and need a nice little pick-me-up, like this is the drink because it's giving you everything you need. Next, you are going to do 1.5 ounces of Jameson. So I'm not going to lie, guys. This is very booze heavy. I'm not mad about it, though.
Oh, my God.
We're all adults here.
We're all adults. We're fine. I just like to say that. And then 1.5 ounces of Bailey's. I just love Bailey's so much. I think it makes every drink better. Just really, really does. And then
like
add
some
some...
milkshake.
It does. It's like a milkshake. And then we're going to add some ice straight in. And then you're going to do some cold brew. And then obviously like the type of coffee you have is totally a personal preference. I prefer the Starbucks cold brew or this one works because it's dark and it's rich and it's, it wakes me up. It does the job. I should have opened this beforehand. Let's see. Do I have a little? I do. There we go. All right. Then fill this up. You're going to leave a little bit of space at the top because we're going to shake it. And you're going to add a nice little shake and not stirred, darling. So make sure the lid is nice and tight, okay? And then you're literally going to shake it like you would shake a cocktail glass. All right. And what's cool about this is once you're done, it's going to create a nice little frothiness on top, kind of like foam. So
Wait,
if you, yeah.
Because Garry loves sounds, can you just shake it in front of the microphone? I'll
Yes.
be quiet for 1 second.
Yes, I like that's a nice sound. I love that sound. Yes, I do. I love sirens and horns and shaking things.
Shaking things.
Can
But
you
yeah,
say
so
that?
like you can say that. But I like it because it just then creates a nice little like froth on top. Like it's
Is
your
that
own.
one drink, or do you pour that into other glasses?
Oh no, that's for you.
Oh my God, that wow.
That's for you. This is for no one else.
Nice.
And then you it's a wake me up and an
Put
up
me
and
to
a
sleep.
down.
Yeah.
And it puts you to sleep. But if
Wow.
you're like, oh my God, I've been out all day, I'm so tired. What do you need? You need an Irish cold brew.
Wow. That's
Oh,
very
And it's
nice.
so good. It's so good.
cheers.
And
Cheers, guys.
there's the formula. There's the recipe.
Yes.
Yeah, there's
And-
hardly any liquor in that one.
No.
None.
That should
None
be
whatsoever.
And we
If I
talked
fall
about,
down,
well, you're at your family's bar. They know where to put you.
they know. Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Doggy Boy says Shinnick's is the oldest continuously operating pub in the city of Chicago.
Yes, I know I don't know if we are the oldest, but I know we're the oldest, like oldest Irish pubs, which is a really cool testament to, I think, my family. It's been around since 1938. And it's crazy to think that, people keep coming in and that not only, like, I always say it's pretty cool that I get to work in the same place that not only my grandparents did and my mom did, but my great grandparents did too. And I'm serving like generations of families. So I think that's a really unique thing to say. And I know I've told my parents, I'm like, I feel like that's a badge of honor to say that we've like served the Fitzpatrick family and the Kavalowskis family and all these families that keep coming in. And it's just like, I'm just really grateful to be able to do that. And the fact that we still are able to do that after the last 2 years, so I will be celebrating and I will be dancing behind the bar all night long tomorrow. Believe me.
All right. And I
Behind,
grew up
not on.
Well,
that?
on is for after hours, and that's a certain cost if you want to see that. So let's be real, guys.
I grew up on the south side of Chicago, and it seemed like there was a tavern on every other corner, and that was where everybody gathered, and there was community. And it just seemed, to your point, Jenna,
Yeah.
where people in the neighborhood knew each other, and you're hanging out, and the vibe was so much different than it is today, where nobody sees anybody, you don't visit anybody. And I'm glad to see that there's this anchor that's been there all these years, that your family has kept that bar, and people still come in, and we don't have that. That's the problem.
It's a dying breed, and it makes me very sad because whenever I travel, I look for that. Wherever I go, I'm like, I need to find the tavern where the mom and the pa are behind the bar serving me a drink, and you have Uncle Edgar sitting at the bar who it has become everyone's uncle, even though he's not actually a blood relative, because it's that sense of community. And I know that if I needed anything, I could ask any single person in that bar and they got my back. And I never realized growing up that that was not common. So I think for the longest time, I did take it for granted because it was my only normal. But now that I've, grown up, gone away, moved back home, I'm like, oh my God, how beautiful this is. And I think, you can be a part of it. If you have that place in wherever you are in the country, in the world, like there is that little tavern for everyone. And you just got to go in there with an open heart and an open mind, and they'll embrace you. And I think that's the beauty of taverns.
One of the other fixtures was the VFW hall in the neighborhoods. That was another gathering place that you saw a lot back in the day. And I would go there with my accordion and play. And you just can't beat those memories. Well, and I've told the story where it was all great until I went and practiced in the basement of these fellow accordionists. And I was asked to look in the hole in the plywood in the corner of the basement. And me, being the innocent idiot that I was, I did. And one of the guys peed in my eye. And that kind of ruined it for me. that's where my trusting of people really started to break down.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
I know.
I
And
have
I'm
some trust
thinking,
issues too.
and this goes back to that comment. Did I make this on the show or off the show? The most dangerous group in society, 15 to 25-year-old males in groups. We were a little younger than 15, I believe. But when we get together, there's trouble ahead, I think.
Boys, man.
Yeah.
They're
And-
weird, but we still kind of like hanging around them for some
Listen,
reason, right,
Well-
Jenna?
we love them. I think if women found a way to repopulate without men, we would have. We can't
Yes.
though. But this is also
They're
why
amusing
women.
as shit.
No,
I mean,
they're
come
amusing.
on.
We love them. Like I love the men in my life. I'm so grateful for them. But again, I think about that 25 to 15-year-old, and then I'm like, this is why women live longer than men. Like it's
Right.
just.
Well,
it's
you
that
don't play
simple.
with fireworks. You're not into fire and all the
Exactly.
things that lead us to an early grave. That's why you live longer.
I mean, if you ask other people, they would say I'm very into fire, but that's a different story.
Oh, wow. Now it's coming out. Boy, that drink's starting to work, isn't it?
That's drink. The drink is working. Yeah, I mean, I almost lit my
Hey.
place on fire. It was on accident. It was fine. I'll
Oh,
I'll
explain.
send it. I was getting ready to do an episode of Bar Talk, and I have a candle sponsor who I have behind me. Beautiful candle, and I was getting ready to light it. And as I lit it, I had the pampas grass right next to it, and it went up like that, like just so fast. She then entered into the Zoom wait room and had to wait there for 5 minutes for me to call my roommate because I didn't know what to do. I opened up every window in the house. It was February, so it was freezing. The alarm went off. We had to turn the alarm off. I think it has like 15,000 views on Twitter, so it's fun and it's just bad. And I mean, but again, people really seem to enjoy it, and if my pain can bring you laughter, then I
That's
guess
it.
I'm happy.
But
I like the fact that there were actually sirens in the background as she started
Right.
to tell the story. It's like the Chicago Fire Department went, oh, it's her
that's a
again.
vortex. We call that a
They knew.
vortex.
They said, "Oh God, Jenna's back, guys. I think she's gonna light something up."
But
Get
you
to
weren't
her right now."
intentionally making fire where
No.
men go out and try to actually do fire. You don't see a lot of
Yeah.
female arsonists, is what I'm saying.
No, you guys are crazy. I don't understand men
yes.
that are like, "Give me the firework," and I'm like, "You're gonna lose a finger." Like,
Ah.
where is your logic in any of this coming in place, guys? Come on.
You don't see a woman attacking Ukraine, okay?
Jenna, did
Yeah.
you ever ask Santa for a stump grinder? No.
Never.
See,
Okay.
there's
I
certain things
okay.
that-
As I've stated on this program, I find the use of yard utensils very zen. I like grinding
Oh, yeah.
stumps. I like weed whacking. I like leaf blowing. And it must be the vibration of all these machinery things. That's why mostly guys ride motorcycles. They like the vibration between their legs. Not that the stump grinder is between my legs, but there's something about all that. And that's another guy thing.
Oh,
I
Lordy.
like seeing the stump ground down. I like seeing the leaves blown away. I like the whacking of the weeds. I pretend they're Nazis. See, if Putin had a weed whacker, Ukraine would be fine. Just whack some fucking weeds. It's the same kind of feeling. They're Nazis. I'm cutting them down with the weed whacker.
There's
How about
something
that?
about a man in his yard. Men in tending to their yard is the argument that happens on my parents' block.
Oh, really?
Because we have, obviously, for those who are from the city, like you understand, you have a patch of grass. That's it. Like you don't have this like insane amount of yard. And our neighbor has been taking care of our grass since my parents have lived there now for almost 20 plus years. So the year that my dad attempted to take care of the grass, he goes, "Tom, you're not starting now. Don't you dare touch my lawn. Don't you dare touch my lawn." And I don't know what it is, but he is like, "No, it's mine. I got it. I've been taking care of it for this long. Don't you dare start now."
Yeah.
And so we don't touch the grass because Mr. Sichi takes care of the grass.
Right. And you burned the pampas grass.
And I burned the pampas grass.
Pampas grass. I like to burn some pampas asses, but not grasses. Wow. There's my bumper sticker.
That's
Okay.
the bumper sticker.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm feeling pretty good, I have to say. And there's nothing like about a half hour before the show to say to my wife, "Hey, honey, I'm going to work. Make me a Manhattan." That to me is the whole money shot right there.
This is why
That's
we
it.
do it.
This is it.
But that,
I mean, really.
hang on, you guys. It is a beautiful sunset, but I'm kind of going blind here.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
I know the sun has set. Yeah, no, this is actually really starting to kick in, and it actually feels really nice. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'll be ready
stick
to
around then.
Oh, I'll be ready to go after this. I mean, I'll
What
be
time
wired.
do you go to the bar?
7.
Okay, so you got a little
7.
time to. I
Little
hope you're
time.
not driving.
No, I can't
Okay.
afford it.
Yeah, really.
I can't afford it.
Yeah, really.
I got a horse
I
out
took
back.
a mortgage out on a corned beef so I could have one for St. Patrick's Day.
We're going to have wheelbarrows of money going to the gas station. Can I get a full tank of gas? All right, Jenna, hang out after that. We do a little after show thing if you want to hang out, and we'll recap, and you're welcome to do that. And we always appreciate your input on this show. Bar Talk with Jenna Duddleston. It's her podcast, and we're so happy to have her as part of the GarrForce.
Thank you for having me. I love coming in, and I love making new drinks for you guys.
Thank you. And thank you to my friend George, who introduced me to Jenna.
Yes.
So George is one of those guys who knows everybody in Chicago. He's the unofficial mayor of Chicago, and he'll call, hey, you got to meet this person. And, okay. And he has hooked me up with so many great people. I love George. Thank you, George, for this.
Yes.
I appreciate it. All right. We have, and there's still more to come. We're going to give away the wine condom. And
should we set up the queue for it?
yeah, why don't we do that so people can start getting into that?
Okay.
We're going to put hashtag daylight saving time in the queue.
Shouldn't there be an S on there, Gary?
No, there shouldn't be.
Okay.
Daylight saving time. Put it in the queue, and at the end of the show, the computer will pick whoever wins that condom. And you're gonna pull something out at the end of the show, or now?
I think we should keep it a surprise.
Okay,
don't you?
let's do that.
Because I think they're gender neutral. If you got a problem with it, text me. It's free. What the frack do you want? How many other podcasts are giving away anything? You cut your own wine condom.
As my friend Drew says, free over good.
Exactly.
Always free over good.
Well,
it's always that.
We worked in radio, and there were times where the station would go through all these machinations, whatever, and they would give away these gigantic gifts, and it would be like 3 weeks of promotions to give away a trip to someplace, and people would get on the phone. It's like, you're the big winner, and they'd go, cool.
Yeah, not the response you wanted.
The next day, we'd give away a pizza, and the person on the line would go, "Fucking pizza!"
Yes. I don't have to pay taxes on the pizza. I have to pay taxes on the trip.
Well, Oprah learned that the hard way. Yeah, I'm giving you a car, and everybody went,
oh, I got to pay. Well, at least you still, if you sold the car and paid the taxes, you still got money. So it was still good. Still good.
Daylight saving. No time. Just daylight saving. Oh,
it's too late. It's already in the queue.
Keith,
No.
Keith adjusted. So it's daylight
saving time.
Sorry,
people are already queuing up on hopefully YouTube. And before we get to Ryan and his Wisconsin report and your stories, why don't we pay homage to the fine sponsors of this program, Bettenhausen Automotive in the southwestern suburbs of Chicago.
Get out of the office and into adventure during the Jeep Celebration event going on now at Bettenhausen Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram on 159th Street in Tinley Park. Right now, Bettenhausen has the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee L in stock. Lease a new 2022 Jeep Grand Cherokee L Laredo for only $419 per month. Your best Jeep buying experience starts now at BettenhausenCDJR.com.
As I've been mentioning, a family member bought the Jared gel, the Grand Cherokee L, you pick. And she called me the other night and said, okay, I'm driving at night. I'm going through a tunnel, and on the screen is an infrared warning, a printout of a bicyclist in the tunnel. That's what this thing, this vehicle is unbelievable. And it's got a massage feature on the seats. As you're driving, you're getting massaged. Yeah. That's the Jean gel. That's the vehicle.
The what?
The Jean gel. That's after you have one of those Jenna drinks. What car are you driving? Jean Duddleston.
If you're saying it that way, call somebody to come and get you.
Don't drive the L home if that's how you're saying it. Yes. If you need a mortgage or a refi or a VA loan or anything associated with mortgages and credit scores and things, get it from Team Hochberg because they know all of that stuff. They'll save you money. There's David Hochberg. He's the guy, and he'll take care of you. And I have a number of listeners that have gone to David and are so happy with the results. And you will be too. You can get a free consultation by calling that number on the screen and get at least the outline of what you're looking for. And then hopefully you'll do business with David and his team. You will not go wrong. All right. Okay. I think my Manhattan is kicking in. Let's see how much. Oh, I'm halfway.
Ooh.
Halfway. Yeah.
But you still have the cherry at the bottom. So that's food. And that's
Yes.
what helps
That's right.
soak it all up.
That's right.
Doggy Boy is asking me to mention the t-shirt. He stopped by and brought me a new one. Apparently, we were talking about King Kong recently and about the actresses of that era and how they used to just fall down and go, ooh, and be all insipid and,
Yeah.
come save
Don't
me.
hurt me, gorilla.
So, I don't even remember when I say these things. And he's like, do you remember what you said? And invariably I go, no, I don't. But we were talking about Fay Ray, which oddly showed up as a question on Jeopardy today. But my answer was just run, bitch. So there, thank you.
If there's a giant ape after you, don't stand there and stare at it.
Ooh, yeah.
Run, bitch, run. I love those books back in grade school. That's the Run, Bitch, Run book.
Yeah. C Dick, C Jane, C Spot, and then Run, Bitch, Run.
All right.
Yeah,
Scott wants to know about your trophy. I think you bought it from Scott, right?
I did. So I went out to this place. The husband and I, Scott keeps the best hours. If I'm going to be a business owner in life, I want to get to the point where Scott is right now, where he's open on Sundays.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
And it's Scott's Vintage Antiques and Collectibles, 105 South River Road in North Aurora. And it's unlike any other antique shop that you're going to walk into, because he sells. Okay, this is one of the more benign things that he sells, but he's got things like Svengoolie, the original Jerry G. Bishop Svengoolie costume. He's got a fetal pony in a bottle of formaldehyde. He has masks. He has books. He has posters. There's all sorts of really interesting things. But, Garry tells a story about when he was in high school and it came time for the yearbook, right?
Yes.
And
right.
you didn't have.
I didn't do anything all through high school as far as clubs. I was in a band, and that took all my time up. And I got the piece of paper to list all my activities for the senior yearbook photo. And I thought, Jesus, I'm not going to have anything. So I made up badminton 2 and rugby 3, even though those were not things that the high school even had. And I thought, they're not going to print this, but I got to put something down. They printed it. It's under my senior yearbook photo. Badminton 2, rugby 3.
So screw the equestrian club. I got me a bulldogging trophy. So it's for steer wrestling. It is a man with a steer over his head.
Very
and
nice.
I got me. So from now on, when people go, what'd you do during the pandemic to spend time? And I'm going to go, you know what? I took a bulldogging while I was at it. I got a trophy.
I got a trophy. I'm a winner. And bulldogging. Oh, my God.
Steer wrestling, if you want.
If you will. Okay. Why don't we bring Ryan in?
By the way, Garry?
Yes.
Oh, no. We'll deal with it in the news. But yeah, let's bring Ryan on.
Ryan, how are you?
Hey there. Hey, I'm okay.
Ryan sent me this. Oh, God. It flew all the way across the room. I can't even get it. I can't even get it. But it's the companion piece to this, the holiday pooper. You sent me the Easter version of this. It's the pooper of Easter candy.
Yes. Yeah, I got Hank one, so they were 2 for $2.50 or something, so I had to buy 2.
Okay, thank you, appreciate it. And he also sent me some bread mix because I haven't been able to get any because they're back ordered. I guess they come from China. I don't know where they come from. Anyway,
Russia?
Ryan was nice enough to send me a bread mix, and I will be cranking the bread machine up this weekend. Thank you.
And that's what we did this weekend. I had bought, probably in fall, a $5 bread machine at a church rummage sale, and I never had any bread mix, so I was able to find it on Amazon, and we fired it up the other night, and it performed.
$5 you paid for that machine.
Yes.
Look at that bread.
Yes.
That's as good as what comes out of mine. Mine's a Panasonic, and I got it 30 years ago. But $5, look at that.
Yeah, it's a Toastmaster. I don't think it was hardly ever used. So
$5. Okay, what was the aroma like in the last, say, half hour of the process? That's when it really pays off, right?
Covered the whole house. We were upstairs, and we thought, what's that smell? And I mean, it just wafts up there. So you get it out hot. It was perfect. It couldn't have been any better thing for the middle of the week.
Yeah. So thank you for that. And I'm gonna, like I said, fire that thing up because I need a little bread aroma.
It's pretty scarce. I mean, it's prepared pantry, but I got it on Amazon, and by the time you go back there and look again, they're sold out. So I think
you said there's only one package left. And what's the name of that one?
Black Russian.
Black Russian.
Plenty of Black Russian bread.
Yeah. Okay.
So other than that, and all the Aaron Rodgers news, he might have his girlfriend back and $20 million and for 4 years.
20 million.
No, 200 million. 200 million.
There you go.
Yeah, 200 million over.
How else is a guy going to get by? I mean,
wait a minute. 200 million. What is what?
That's what they signed. 4 years, 200 million.
Oh, he re-signed.
He re-signed, or is close to it with the Packers, and there's debated what the amount is and all of that.
So $50 million a year. Mm-hmm. Wow,
that should get him through. I mean, the cost of everything is going up.
And if you believe Yahoo News, they said Shayna's not sure if she should get back together with him. Boy, after that announcement,
it's not about the money, Ryan. It's about the love.
It is.
Well, they live in very different worlds. Shailene is in California doing a lot of movie and she's got the series that she's working on, and he's committed to the game, and it's very difficult to have a relationship. And
there's Alan.
I didn't think I was going to end up right on the show when I did this. I thought I'd be backstage, but I guess I did not. Hi, everyone. How are you?
Okay, Alan, what is going on at World? I fear there's not going to be a good connection.
I am at this reception at Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival. You're not hearing me? All right.
Yeah, you were cutting out there a little bit. So now tell us how drunk you are.
Only on sugar. I've had sugar products, but no.
Okay.
No.
This is almost like, because I'm a little buzzed, having Alan on the screen like that and that kind of stuttery feed, it's doing stuff to me.
Okay. Goodbye, guys.
Bye.
Just checking in.
Yep.
Checking in from Epcot. Yeah. That's what he does.
Go polka with Minnie now.
We'll have to preface my report is a little outdated, but with Aaron Rodgers, but there's still another good Aaron Rodgers twist in it. So.
All right, let's run that, Keith.
Wisconsin, hey.
Hey everyone, it's Ryan. In keeping up with the Packers and our favorite quarterback Aaron Rodgers, listen up, Leslie. He ended up lighting up social media around a new 12-day detox he did. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name, but you can see it here at the bottom of the screen if you want to search the interwebs and read all about it. Well, medical professionals are speaking up saying this is not good. Not detox or any of that is not anything you should be doing. This detox includes bloodletting, self-induced vomiting, and many other things that are not good for your body. Well, Aaron Rodgers had a lot to get rid of. Didn't make it to the Super Bowl. What's going on in his relationship? Is he coming back to the Packers? So maybe a little bloodletting wasn't the end of the world. Switching gears, we're talking about on the show about people leaving junk in their yard. Well, in Racine County, someone was cited for having 77 cars on their property, as much as maybe a small dealership would have. Well, this person's son-in-law does run a dealership. So this was overflow or junk cars that got traded in. We just bring it to his property and dump it. Well, he got fined $284 and is on the city's radar. A lot of the neighbors were complaining, much like the play school junk in the yard, except this is big junk. So I think it's more out there than we see, but I'll keep you updated on what happens with this. Have a good week, and we'll talk next week.
I don't think $284 is going to be much more than a slap on the wrist. I mean, that's storage. I'll pay that for storage. I got 77 cars, $284. I can do that.
Yeah. So,
hey, Ryan, do you have that picture of the lights?
I do. Let me.
Look at this picture that Ryan sent me. And these are two lights that are shooting up to the ceiling.
Yeah.
But because of the shadows, look at that.
Yeah.
I didn't think you should put it on Facebook. You might get flagged again, Gary.
Yeah, because Zuckerberg does not like breasts. And
those aren't breasts. Those are just shadows.
Those are just shadows from those lights. And then you've got, they look like piercings now because of the way they reflect onto the ceiling. Isn't that weird? Isn't that
Chip
weird?
and Joanna would never do that.
No, Chip and Joanna, they don't do breasts. No.
They do shiplap. Everything
shiplap. Yeah, shiplap.
So, Aaron Rodgers, God love you, man. Shut the F up already, would you?
About what? About what?
I don't need to know that he's leeching and purging, and I don't want to know what his bathroom habits are. And I need, like, a lot of these Hollywood celebrities need to be handled by the studios the way they were in the 40s and 50s. Yeah, so that we didn't know a lot of this stuff. Because right now, Aaron, I'm kind of getting really close to taking you off the list, and I'm down to like Brad Pitt, Colin Farrell, and my own husband. This is getting...
Wow. That list has never been that short in Leslie's life.
Shut up.
Okay, you're on notice, Aaron, and you're very close to going off her list.
Yes. Good thing I didn't buy that cutout that I saw on Facebook Marketplace of Aaron Rodgers with a scarf. I was going to get that, but good thing I didn't.
Yeah. Unless he shapes up, she's Xing him out.
Yeah. But like so many of these Hollywood types, just dial it back a little bit.
We don't need to know any of that shit. Stop. Thank you, Ryan.
Yes, enjoy the bread.
Yes, thank you. And Leslie, what have you assembled?
Well, breaking news. I, as well as Jussie Smollett, am not suicidal. I am not suicidal. And I want to remind you again that I am not suicidal.
If those words seem odd coming out of Leslie's pie hole, what are you talking about?
So Jussie Smollett was sentenced yesterday, and the judge gave a very long and thorough explanation about his process, the thought process that went into this sentencing. And I think had Jussie maybe shown just a smidge of contrition or remorse, things would have gone differently. But as it boiled down to, he got 30 months probation, $120,000 restitution he has to pay. He'll also have to pay a $25,000 fine. And then the icing on the cake was when the judge said, you will also spend 150 days in Cook County Jail. That is Chicago's downtown jail. It's not a penitentiary. This is where, like, a lot of cuckoo people end up. And so Jussie was nice. Not... Well, but it's true. Let's face it. Even
I know it's true. It's just funny. That's where all the cuckoo people end up.
Because apparently we've got a problem figuring out who should go to prison and who needs psychological treatment these days. And invariably, while they're figuring all that out, they end up in Cook County Jail. So Jussie just like double down, triple down, quadruple down, and left the courtroom yesterday screaming, I am not suicidal. I am not. I think he said it 8 times. And then, he made a statement and they went, yeah, you're still going to jail, dude. I'm sorry.
If you're not familiar with this story, this is a guy who, on one of the coldest nights ever in Chicago, 3 a.m, he said he was attacked by these two guys who knew he was gay. Somehow they knew, I don't know how. And they had MAGA hats on, and they put a
They
noose
said it
around
was
his neck.
MAGA country. This is MAGA country.
Right. And they put a noose around his neck, which he kept on and walked back to his apartment. And he kept the Subway sandwich that he had just bought, which I think I would have dropped that if I was being attacked, but he still had it. And this thing had hair on it from the get-go. The area where he said he was attacked at 3 a.m. on a very frigid day is not well trafficked. It's not well trafficked when it's 75 and sunny. I've been in this area. There's nobody there. It's off the beaten path in Chicago. This thing had hair on it again from when he started to roll out this bullshit story.
It was the very next day you and I did the podcast and went, something about this doesn't pass the smell test.
No. And thank God that this judge said that's not going to stick. If you're out there and thinking of doing some bullshit theatrics, you're going to get caught and you're going to have to pay the price. Thank God.
Just stop already.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, a woman in Florida is facing DUI charges after she was found driving in a fog of deodorant spray. Martin County sheriffs say Catherine Theodore huffed multiple cans of deodorant before getting behind the wheel last Sunday. When officers pulled her over for driving erratically, they noticed the stack of empty right guard spray cans on the passenger seat, along with the strong smell of their aerosol contents. Ms. Theodore admitted to having consumed alcohol earlier in the day and then huffing while driving.
Okay, as I've stated, start off with port, a beer, a Manhattan.
Right.
See if that does it for you before you go into the meths, the huffing, and the heroin and all that other crap. What are you doing? There's good stuff out there that'll get you to the same place, damn it.
Get those pony-sized bottles of liquor that Jenna had and make yourself a nice cocktail.
Really? What's wrong with you?
I don't know. His name is Meier Gouffran.
Sure
Yeah,
it
you
is.
may not have heard of him before, but he is the most handsome camel ever. Or at least that's what the decision was of a team of judges who just awarded him the largest prize ever in a camel beauty contest. The judging at the Camel Festival in Qatar was exceptionally tough this year, following a recent crackdown on illegal practices within the camel pageant community. Back in December, some 40 prized camels were disqualified for using Botox. But even with all the extra scrutiny, Meier Gouffran stood out from the pack, or the herd, if you will, taking home a whopping $275,000 purse.
Do they look at the camel's toes?
I'm
that
sure
it?
it should be considered. I mean, who wouldn't? It's hard to ignore, isn't it? It's
It
very
really
difficult to keep your eyes up here when there are camel
Yes.
toes going on.
They're
down
judged
there.
on every part of their body, okay?
Right.
Including the toes.
It's a professional thing. And finally, an original oil can prop from The Wizard of Oz is going up for auction. This is Tin Man's oil can, one of the 5 that was used in the making of the 1939 Technicolor classic. The can is currently on loan to the Academy Museum of Motion Pictures, where it will remain through November. Opening bid on this, $200,000.
Wow. And they used how many cans in the movie?
Oh, there is some dispute. Some folks are saying they used 5. Others are saying there were only 3. I think the people who want it to be worth $200,000 are like, no, there were only 3.
Right.
But either way, yeah, $200,000.
Wow.
What was
Okay.
the bid you were gonna bid on something this week?
Amelia Earhart's cap,
That's what it
leather
was.
cap. That's what I wanted. Yeah.
Uh,
Somebody
yeah,
paid
that was supposed to go
$825,000 for that.
Yeah, opening bid was $80,000, and Gary's like, "Yeah, count me in."
Yeah, sure. If I win the lottery, I'm in. And then it went to 825,000. Oh
Oops.
God. Well, I just need my screen door and my little thing that poops Easter candy, which I can't reach right now, and that's all I need, and I'm happy. And my
Life is good.
and my stapler And what else do I have? I don't know.
Do you have a bulldogging trophy? Because I got me a bulldogging trophy.
Where's my and my Schnauzer key ring? That's all I need. If you remember that movie, The Jerk, with Steve Martin. Remember that? Yeah, that's all I need. All I need is my stapler and my Schnauzer, and my poop ring, and wait a minute, and my Jesus.
Oh, there's Jesus.
And my Jesus dashboard thing, and my little wrap around the handle for the clean card. That's all I need. These are all things mostly that Ryan sent me. This was sent by, remember Aaron, who used to work for us? Aaron sent me this for Christmas, my Jesus dashboard little statue. Okay. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, God. Really. I'm going to go out after the show, sit on the rock, take my shoes off and cry. I really am.
But not before we do our big giveaway.
Not before that. We're going to give away the condom and reach into that fun bag.
Okay, so
what do you
should
got
I
in your
reach
fun
into
bag?
the fun bag first?
Mm-hmm.
It's glow sticks.
Glow sticks. Yeah.
It's glow sticks.
Nice.
Woo!
Condom and glow sticks. Nice. All right, Keith, hit that button. Let's give it away. Amy G. All right, congrats. All right, get me your address through my text number 773-888-2157. Text me your address there, and Leslie will send it out. All right. I think that's it. I can almost get to my cherry. There it is. It's getting ready.
It is.
And I didn't tell you about which Band-Aid. You sent me the Shakespeare insult Band-Aids, and the one I'm wearing right now says, "Thou sodden-witted lord, thou hast no more brain than I have in my elbows."
Ooh.
That's Shakespeare. He was vicious.
Harsh.
Vicious. He was the Don Rickles of his day. Everybody, have a great weekend. And when we hit daylight saving time, we have broken the back of winter as far as I'm concerned. Screw it. We need some kind of bone thrown at us. And we're throwing the bone right now. We'll be back on Monday. Hope you can check it out then with the free cannoli coming down the aisle. Take that. And what about the Schnauzer, Leslie?
I want to dunk my Schnauzer in one of Jenna's cocktails, man, because that thing looks
so...
Okay.
All right. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Right there. Okay.
Sorry. We're all adults here, right?
Okay, the gear has just gone down. It's 3 in the green. We are wheels down, and the GarrForce has landed.
If you like that, I got other stuff I think you're going to like. This is the GarrForce